What's going on, Soul Tribe? I salute the divinity in you, and welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and bringing another little nugget to add to the Soul Tribe archive. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Jupiter in Capricorn in the 10th house. Now, when we talk about Big Papa is the greater benefic. So Jupiter brings a lot of abundance and expansion. The nature of Jupiter is to affirm and to expand and brings about this sense of wisdom and growth. You know, Jupiter is a great teacher. And yes, there is this element of luck, but I feel it comes partway when we're feeling optimistic and we're feeling at our highest, then we're able to seize opportunities and really make the most of them. So that's what I feel Jupiter helps keeps that faith and keeps us where we're aware of the opportunities around us. Then when we talk about Capricorn, Capricorn is the cardinal earth sign. They're feminine in nature. So there is this receptivity that comes in there, this creative sort of energy that comes. And their ruler is Saturn. And what I like about Capricorn is that when they have this ability, I feel, with them, that receptive energy, they can hold that, they see this dream, they have this vision, and then when they started with that discipline of Saturn, they can and they take the time. Capricorn can grow valleys, can grow forests, can grow continents. I mean, Capricorn, there's a lot of potential, but there's a lot of responsibility because you are playing around in this earth realm, and so you want to be mindful of what you're creating with Capricorn and not just starting things up just kind of capriciously. Then you have the 10th house, which is an angular house. It's considered, I think if I remember correctly, it's like the second strongest, second most favorable house. Is again, angular in nature, brings a lot of energy. And the 10th house is your rank. This is your achievements, how you're recognized by society, the actions that you've taken, and the legacies that you're bringing behind your accomplishments. And so when you combine this is an interesting combination. You'd be in Aries rising by whole sign, and you're going to want to look to see what Saturn is doing in your chart. Is he forming a favorable aspect with Jupiter, or is there forming more of an opposition or even like a square with Jupiter? But the thing though, Jupiter and Saturn are sectmates. So even with the harsh stuff, Saturn's just going to, he may limit what Jupiter can do, but it's not even limited, it's just a more controlled version. And I kind of like that with Saturn and Jupiter. But another thing to mention with this is that Capricorn is where Jupiter experiences his fall, specifically at 15 degrees of Capricorn. But when you talk about a planet in its fall, there's just this potentiality of falling into different kind of traps in a sense, or like kind of falling into, like when I was talking about earlier, Capricorn kind of starting things up capriciously. Jupiter is going to be responsible for your ninth house and your 12th house. So you may have all these dreams and ideas and things and get all these downloads, and you want to maybe do all of the things, but is that really sustainable? You know, that's one thing I could see that's potentially happen, taking on too much, trying to be all of the things all at once, as opposed to working towards different things, you know, finding more kind of cohesive ways of working with this. And that could, with that 12th house thing, could bring about maybe the sense of depression, maybe bring about this lack of faith, this lack of hope. But if you were to find that focus, find those ways, maybe even like when we're talking about the ninth house, that's the house of like foreign delights, foreign travels, and things like that. Maybe you learn different spiritual practices, different visualizations, things, different exercises, maybe to hold that focus. You could be someone who could be recognized. You could take the challenges that you've gone through and turn that into services for others, so that you can help others get through their things a lot faster, and then be recognized for something like that, maybe like a spiritual coach, maybe like a life coach, maybe a therapist, like again, a teacher, whatever this looks like here. There's a lot of potential with this, but again, it's going to be that focus that I feel. And just like when you're starting up things, just keeping that passion. And I feel like if it's not happening immediately, don't let it just be something that you just disregard, like, oh, maybe this isn't a thing, and just leaving things unfinished, because then it's just like, it's just going to just kind of eat up energies, and just kind of really divide your focus, because that is a tricky thing with Big Papa. Jupiter's just going to keep growing. Jupiter doesn't, the expansion never stops with Jupiter. And so you may just end up just with all these, a jack of all trades, master of none, in a sense, So, and I feel like if you can just really kind of hone in on those things, you can really, again, accomplish some really fantastic things in life, that I would definitely say with that. So definitely kind of look to all of these things. And two, like another thing, like paying attention whether you have like a day or a night chart would be another indicator of something I would pay attention to, because it's not that Jupiter is going to just stop giving you things because if you have Jupiter's more better in the day chart than the night chart. He just maybe be a little more restricted, especially being in his fall, maybe a little more limited as far as like how much abundance he can give for your dreams and things like that. But ultimately, with that 10th house kind of driving that, you're going to get to where you want to be down the line for sure. So, and that's just a very kind of general overview that I would give of this placement. But if you have this placement, if you know someone who has this placement, leave a comment down in the description box below. I definitely would love to hear how you're working with this tool in your toolkit, or how this other someone that you may know is kind of working with this, and really kind of help the soul tribe maybe get some new ideas and different ways, and figure out some different ways to work with these energies. Look at you already putting your services to work. But until next time, keep raising that consciousness and that vibration to Jupiter. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.